West Virginia high school basketball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Orsini's Home Store, Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Cody's Auto Body, The Palace Lounge, CMA Honda, the Berkeley County Health Department, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, W. Harley Miller Systems, Smallwood and Small Insurance Agency, CMA Chrysler Dodge, WVU East, the law firm of Burke Schultz Harmon and Jenkinson, RAI Properties, Parsons Ford, Rocks, Gary Kelly Allstate, and Panhandle Dumpsters.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Welcome into Hedgesville High School for Day 2 of the Hedgesville Hardwood Classic. 2 games for you today, just like yesterday, and we'll see Hedgesville and Jefferson switch opponents from yesterday's game. First game of the doubleheader for us here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 is the Jefferson Cougars versus the Kaiser Golden Tornado. Dylan Bishop and Colin McLaughlin with you for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Talia Tompkins behind the camera for TV 10, and Nick Verzolini back at the studio. Jefferson last night could not quite get it done against Idea Academy out of Washington, D.C., and that's who we will see Hedgesville go up against in the second half of the doubleheader here today from Hedgesville. Jefferson last night, it was a close one, but Idea was able to come through, and on the other side, Kaiser with a blowout loss to Hedgesville in the stifling Hedgesville defense was able to contain the Golden Tornado in a huge blowout loss. Let's look at Jefferson from last night. Jamari Jenkins led the way with 21 points. Did go out in that game in the fourth quarter with some foul trouble, missed a significant portion of the fourth quarter, and that was probably a solid portion of the reason that Idea was able to get the 59-57 win over the Cougars. Takeem Drake and Mar Wallace were able to cash in 19 points combined between them, 10 points for Drake and 9 for Mar Wallace. And that is almost, between the two of them, more points than Kaiser was able to score all day yesterday against the Hedgesville defense. 22 points, a 75-22 victory for Hedgesville over Kaiser. Leading the way for Kaiser was Cameron Samples with 5 points. They did have a handful of other players get to 4. It was Spiker, McGreevy, and Valentine reached 4 points. But overall, it was a game that Kaiser's going to look to have to really recover from today against a tough Jefferson team, who we'll see if they can keep things going. Colin, welcome him in to the program on the day as he was catching up with Coach Van Meter before this one. So, Colin, you were at the studio yesterday. You get to be on site here today. We'll get you on play-by-play for Hedgesville, color for this one with Jefferson. What are you looking forward to as the Cougars get to take on the Golden Tornado?
Looking for another great day of basketball. Jefferson fortunately came up short yesterday, but still overall very competitive game. And this time around, you feel like on paper they have a much easier opponent in Kaiser. So I'm looking for it to just kind of be a get-right game, go back to the fundamentals and know what you want to work on within this game from the mistakes that were made yesterday, and hopefully approach it that way for the rest of the season.
All right, and with that, we'll take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll hear from Coach Kyle Van Meter of the Jefferson Cougars. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
If you or someone you know suffers from the disease of addiction, help is available from the Berkeley County Quick Response Team with peer recovery coaches and support promptly to the homes of those who've recently experienced an overdose. This collective effort towards recovery brings resources and services to the community, including naloxone and treatment options. Call 304-267-1313 or visit the Berkeley County Recovery Resource Center at 800 Emmett Rouse Drive, Martinsburg. The Berkeley County Quick Response Team is funded through a DHHR grant with the Berkeley-Morgan County Health Department.
We are the Skinner brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told you need a lawyer, but that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Welcome back into the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. W. Harley Miller Systems providing custom integration services like home and office automation, home theater, networking, audiovisual distribution, and more. Call them at 304-350-1931 or visit WHMsystems.com. And we'll get you our pregame interview going into this one with Jefferson and Kaiser in the Hedgesville Hardwood Classic. Coach's interview brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Joined by Kyle Van Meter of the Jefferson Cougars. Coach Van Meter, your team, hard-fought game yesterday, unfortunately fell just short, but what were your takeaways from that game?
I think our kids tried hard. I think we did really good things early on in the game. I think at points we try to do some things there we're just not ready to do yet. And sometimes we take boxing out as a non-serious thing, and that ended up hurting us in the game. But all in all, I think they tried hard, and that's things we can grow upon.
What were some other things that you feel like within that game might have been the difference maker?
So I think a technical, when we were supposed to have the ball, and then they go down and hit the free throws and then hit a three-pointer there is a nice 5-foot swing, and then they hit a three, and we get a foul on a box out, and they get another 2 points. There's like a 10-0 swing right there on things that really kind of hurt and affect us, and those are just little mental things that we need to work on that we can get better at in practice.
It's a quick turnaround, obviously, for today's game. You guys take on Kaiser. What's your expectation going into this matchup?
I just told my kids we had a practice today, and I told them at practice that we just need to fight on the defensive end. I don't care what happens in the game. I don't care what the final score ends up being. We need to buy in on the defensive end and become a really disciplined team, because last night at times we weren't, and I think that's going to be a key for us.
Still early in the year. Where do you feel like your team can go from here?
I think our team can only go up. I mean, we've had 2 games, and they both have kind of gone similarly. We won 1, lost 1, but I think the sky's the limit for this team. They have a very talented group over there, and they work extremely hard, just getting familiar with each other, getting to know each other. We got a lot of new faces all over the place, coaching and players, so just us getting to know each other is going to be big for us.
Your opponent today, what did you get to see from them yesterday against Hedgesville?
So they're going to be a disciplined team. They run some different things on defense, run some different things on offense. They got 2 really big kids that are able to control the glass at times and play underneath and are physical. And so we're just going to have to really box them out, and they know where key players are and key shooters are. We worked on a little bit of walkthrough today, but ultimately it's just going to come down to our attitude, our energy, and our effort. If we want it more, then that's, I think, going to be the difference in the game.
What do you feel like are the largest benefits for a team getting to play back-to-back days early on in the season in a tournament and such like this?
I told my kids before the game, I said, the good thing about basketball is we got to wake up and play another game today. And so I think it's good for them because now all of a sudden we have to get last night's game out of our head. And also, like, if you're lucky enough to make it to the state tournament, it's kind of how the state tournament is. 2-3 games in a 4-day period. Like, it makes you realize what you have to do to be able to be prepared for those type of things.
All right, Coach Van Meter, anything else?
No, sir. Just looking forward to a great basketball game, and thank you guys for all you do.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks to Coach Van Meter for the time. Pre-game interview. We'll send it to a 3-minute break, and we come back, get you the rosters, get you keys of the game, and break this down a little further here from the Hedgesville Hardwood Classic. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
This is Cody with Cody's Auto Body. The stories are on the way. Reliving glory days, the injury that prevented stardom, or the inevitable, I even could have made that play. With football season comes a lot of delusion of greatness. Well, no one believes you would have made it in the big leagues. Let's at least make them think you're a good driver. Bring that vehicle to me and I will make it the pride of the parking lot at every game. I'm Cody with Cody's Auto Body, the MVP of your season. That's Cody's with a T for trust.
We are the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told, you need a lawyer. But that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
Women facing complex gynecologic conditions now have expanded access to world-class surgical care in the Eastern Panhandle. WVU Medicine Berkeley Medical Center has opened a new minimally invasive gynecologic surgery clinic in Martinsburg, offering the latest advances in the surgical management of a wide variety of conditions. WVU Medicine minimally invasive gynecologic surgery is now accepting new patients. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 304-596-2149.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Alright guys, we all get to open one gift tonight, okay?
A dog. Really?
A car?
Buddy, it's your turn.
Oh, wow!
Oh, he's gonna love this.
Panhandle! Oh my god! I know them! I know them! Ooh. 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 I get the first month free! I get the first month free! Mr. Narwhal! I get the first month free!
Panhandle dumpsters.
Panhandle. Don't be a cotton-headed ninny muggins. Sign up with Panhandle today and get the first month free. Panhandle's my favorite.
Welcome back inside Hedgesville High School. Hedgesville Hardwood Classic, Day 2. Game number 2 on the day, as before this one we saw Jefferson and Hedgesville's JV teams face off. Now we get ready for the Jefferson varsity team against the Kaiser Golden Tornado. And after that, we'll finish up the day at around 6 o'clock with Idea Academy versus the home team, the Hedgesville Eagles. Dylan Bishop and Colin McLaughlin with you on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Talia Tompkins behind the camera. Nick Verzolini back at the studio. Colin, we can get into your keys of the game for this one. Brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to HagerstownFord.com. Colin, keys of the game for this one for Jefferson and Kaiser.
Well, both sides obviously coming off losses yesterday, so just got to get that out of your mind for starters and focus back in on the task at hand today. And you heard from Coach Van Meter, he feels like that's a benefit for his team. You want that kind of quick mentality to erase the negative and focus on the positive and what you can control now instead of the past. And I'll start off with my key to the game, I feel like, for Jefferson. A lot of turnovers, a lot of sloppiness in that game yesterday in the loss to Idea, and really resulted due to a lot of just bad passes. So if you can make sure those passes a little bit more accurate, a little bit more crisp, and just overall make them better thought out, that should be a huge helper for this team on the transition and front half of the court side when you're on offense. And then for Kaiser, you just played a really tough defense yesterday, and we know all season long a lot of teams are going to be challenged by that Hedgesville defense. So key to the game for me for Kaiser is to just have better quality shots. Don't allow Jefferson to force you to feel like you need to take a shot and make it a bad one, because yesterday was a very tough shooting day for the Golden Tornado. So just allow themselves to stay comfortable, don't panic, take a best shot they feel like in the possession, and hopefully that will allow you to knock down a few more and potentially compete against Jefferson, who on paper is probably the heavy favorites in this game overall.
All right, let's run down the rosters for both sides. Here, Kaiser, first of all, it'll go number 1, Evan Ack, number 2, Leighton Valentine, number 3, Demarion Allen, number 4, Grayson Lamka, number 5, Cameron Samples, number 10 is Corbin Duckworth, 11, Camden Owens, number 12, Trey Dawson, number 23, Lane Champion, number 25, Ian Spiker, number 33, Braylon McGreevy. For Jefferson, number 0 is Cam Skedrick, number 1 is Vay Gidney, number 2, Tayshawn Roper, number 3, Mar Wallace, number 5, Takeem Drake, number 10, Jamari Jenkins, number 12, Braylon Berry, number 13, Braden Swanson, number 15, Titus Murray, number 20, Jalen Allen, number 22, Caden Parrish, number 23, Caden Ballard, number 33, Malachi Grantham, number 34, Tony Allen, number 45, Camden Boone, and the starting fives for both sides, brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg or online at Orsini's.com. The starting five for the Golden Tornado will be Grayson Lamka, Cameron Samples, Trey Dawson, Ian Spiker, and Braylon McGreevy. And for Jefferson, Tayshawn Roper, Takeem Drake, Jamari Jenkins, Jalen Allen, and Tony Allen. So that's it for both sides. We've got about 3.5 minutes until the end of warm-ups here. And I assume, like yesterday, we'll get the national anthem before this game, and then starting lineup introductions for both sides. So we got a little bit of time that we can fill here, Colin. I think, obviously we'll have basketball on here on TV 10, and down in Charleston later on at 7 o'clock, we'll have Martinsburg and Spring Mills in the Quad A football state championship later on. So the all-Eastern Panhandle football state title game going down in the state capital. Just some quick thoughts on that.
Great opportunity for the Eastern Panhandle, and I know the calls will probably be flooding in more today like yesterday and the days prior to that of, are you guys covering that game? And unfortunately and obviously the answer to that is no, because we're here, not there. Wish, obviously, if there were a way we could be there or do both, but that's just not the way the world works. Contracts are made prior to the season that we have no control over, and that allows other broadcast entities to broadcast the state championships. So hopefully both teams showcase themselves well, and we have a competitive state championship between Martinsburg and Spring Mills, and the winning side will have celebrate on the Sports Mix sometime next week.
Yeah, the simplest way I can put it is the broadcast rights to those games are exclusive and not exclusively to us. to someone else. So we're here. If we could do both, like you said, we would do it all. We would do it all at once if we could. But with that, we'll take about a 3-minute break, and when we come back, we'll get ready for tip-off here in the Hedgesville Hardwood Classic on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
It's not rocket science. Get a 12-piece chicken for $12 at happy hour from 5 to 7 p.m. with the Rocks app.
Order number N58.
It's not rocket science. Get a 12-piece chicken for $12 at happy hour from 5 to 7 p.m. with the Rocks app.
The thing I'm most passionate about with my clients is that 95% of them that come to me, they've never been in trouble in their lives. They've got careers, promising futures, things that matter.
So thankfully, after it was all said and done, I had no DUI and I had no more stress facing me or my family.
When you're on the fence whether to hire a DUI attorney, I always say that you really cannot afford not to. My name is Harley Wagner. My law practice has been exclusively focused on driving under the influence cases throughout the state of West Virginia.
Just about set for opening tip-off, which is brought to you by Rocks Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Fast, fresh, friendly Rocks. And before tip-off here, looks like we will get the national anthem before this game. Yesterday, they did it before the first varsity game. Or actually, no. I think they were about to line up for it. And
yeah, Kaiser was going to line up for it, but we're fooled.
Yep. So I guess it'll be before the Hedgesville varsity game, for both days. So there you go. As I mentioned, we'll run down the starting five for each side again. Tayshawn Roper, Takeem Drake, Jamari Jenkins, Jalen Allen, and Tony Allen for Jefferson. And for Kaiser, it'll be Grayson Lamka, Cameron Samples, Trey Dawson, Ian Spiker, and Braylon McGreevy. And it looks like we will get Samples and Tony Allen in the center circle for the tip-off. And it's won by Kaiser. By the way, immediate double team from Jefferson on the defensive side. Kaiser passes it around to the right wing. Three-pointer, no good from Ian Spiker. Rebounded by Tony Allen. Here come the Cougars. Jamari Jenkins with the ball in the left wing. He's going to toss it over to Drake. And then back to Jenkins, who sets up top. Looks like a zone defense from Kaiser. Swinging around to the left wing to Drake. Searching for room to operate. Now back to Jenkins, who will take three-pointer off the mark. Rebounded by Grayson Lamka. It'll be Trey Dawson up the court, trying to get it inside. Pump faking, turning, shooting is McGreevy, and he'll miss. And here comes Jalen Allen the other way with the rebound.
Yeah, that last shot just a little bit off balanced again, but this time they were able to work inside.
Driving kick by Jenkins out to Drake, who knocks down the left corner three.
That's going to be the difference in styles. Kaiser wants to work it inside and will kick it out here and there just to keep you honest. Jefferson, they're not afraid to pull up from anywhere on the court.
Braylon McGreevy, jump shot from about the free throw line is good for Kaiser's first 2 points. 6:43 left in the first quarter. Jefferson working the ball around the top. Right wing, it's Tayshawn Roper. And back to Jenkins, up at the top of the key. Calls out the play, now he'll go to the left side. Gets a screen, passes over. Now they get to the right corner to Keem Drake. He misses, but it's rebounded by Tony Allen. He gets it over to the Jenkins, who tries to put up a shot, lost the handle on it on his way up. Ball goes out of bounds, but it's last touched by Kaiser.
That's going to be a tough matchup if you do try to go inside. Good luck against the 6'4" Braylon McGreevy. Got a hand on that one to send it out.
Jamari Jenkins up top, guarded by Dawson. He's a screen. He'll get it over the right corner for Drake. Now he'll bring the ball back up top. It's like a 2-3 from Kaiser. They'll get it over to the right wing. Tayshawn Roper, open three, no good. Ball bounces around and finally ends up in the hands of Lamka, who brings it the other way and is fouled coming up the court by Tony Allen.
Yeah, kind of just got sandwiched there, trying to go quickly in transition.
5:49 in the first quarter, 3-2. Jefferson leads. Here comes Kaiser. A drive by Samples. He has to pick up his dribble in the paint. Ball knocked out of his hands, but out of bounds. So he'll stick with the Golden Tornado.
Good job by Samples there to make sure that pivot foot didn't move. Very close to almost getting caught with the travel.
Lamka will inbound from the baseline. We'll get it into Samples. We'll get it over to McGreevy. And an errant pass is bobbled, and it ends up a turnover. Tony Allen with the steal. Comes Jamari Jenkins driving in the lane to the left, puts it up. A wild shot missed, and Tony Allen is going to get called for a loose ball foul as the rebound was made by Lamka.
Yeah, Allen trying to box out there, just went in a little bit too strong with that forearm and knocked the Kaiser player over.
Yeah, so 2.5 minutes into the game, Tony Allen will sit down with 2 fouls. And here comes full court pressure from Jefferson. Kaiser breaks the press. Here comes Dawson, and hand on the hip from Takeem Drake will get called for a foul.
The officials not allowing Jefferson to be as physical defensively here at the start of things. Calling it tight.
Yesterday was officiated similarly. Another baseline inbound. Get it into McGreevy, who will shoot the long two and gets the bounce off the rim. The ball goes in. 4-3 Kaiser.
They got that friendly roll. Good catch and shoot. Solid start for Kaiser today.
They lead by 1. Jefferson tries to work it in the middle of the zone. Kick ball as Jamari Jenkins tried to pass the ball from the middle. Well, Idea worked the zone against Jefferson yesterday. Like Kaiser's going with a similar strategy. They'll inbound it. They get the ball to Jenkins, who works his way through the mid-range, and the pull-up jumper gets his first 2 points of the day after he scored 21 yesterday.
Nobody went out to guard him.
Trey Dawson works the ball up the court, passes it, gets it back, takes a 3, no good.
Yeah, still good shot selection, good ball movement that possession.
Jamari Jenkins, left wing, 3, no good, just barely. Rebounded by McGreevy. 4:40 left in the first quarter. Here comes Kaiser. Pass attempted and deflected by Swanson, who's checked into the game for Allen. Here comes Jefferson. Takeem Drake left corner. He'll drive. Layup is good. 5 points already for Takeem Drake. Makes it 7-4 Jefferson.
Yeah, Kaiser can allow Jefferson to pick up the tempo here. Got to slow it down, make it your tempo that you want to play. Otherwise, Jefferson's going to be able to pull away with this one potentially. They want the run and gun.
Samples gets the ball inside to a cutting Ian Spiker, who puts up a nice shot for 2 points off the glass. Jefferson works the other way. 4 minutes left in the first. Roper on the left wing. They'll get it back to Drake. They'll work it around to the right side. Now they'll get it into the middle of the zone for Jenkins. Pass it out. Kick out to Swanson for 3. No good. Rebounded by Jalen Allen. He's blocked from behind by Braylon McGreevy. Here comes Kaiser. And a little out of control. They turn the ball over.
It got too flashy there. Lamka tried to go behind the back with the dribble and couldn't control it.
Takeem Drake gets inside, loses the control, but knocked out of his hand out of bounds. So they'll keep possession. Some mass subs for Jefferson. It's like Braylon Berry, Caden Parrish, and Mar Wallace all check in. Berry will inbound. First quarter on TV10, brought to you in part by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing car buying experience. Go to HagerstownFord.com. Amari Jenkins pass the ball to Berry up at the top of the key. Looking through the 2-3 zone. They get it in the middle to Wallace. He puts up a layup. Can't quite get the roll. Ball bounces around, ends up in the hands of Kaiser. Here comes Lamka the other way. And we'll get a foul called as it'll be Parrish reaching in.
They're going to actually call
say
Berry.
It's Braylon Berry that reached in. 4 team fouls for Jefferson.
Yep, that means next one, Kaiser goes to the free throw line. And that nearly was the 5th.
And some disagreement between the officials on who that ball was out of bounds on. They're going to call it a turnover. Possession goes to Jefferson. 3:05 left in the first quarter. Braylon Berry get the ball over to the right wing to Jamari Jenkins. Out of the corner for Wallace, now back to Jenkins. He tosses it across court left wing, and they'll toss it back to the right side for Wallace. Now top of the key for Jenkins. Pump fake, pulls up, long 2, no good. Tipped around, rebounded, and eventually gotten by Kaiser. Now here comes Lamka running the break. Left-handed layup, too strong. Rebounded by Berry, and he's going to be fouled as he tries to bring it up the court.
Yeah, Spiker from behind, kind of with a foolish reach in when you're 90 feet away from the offensive basket. It's only your first, so.
Berry will run the point on this possession for Jefferson. Parrish. Now Jenkins at the top of the key. Wallace on the right side. Now back to the top of the key. Working it around the zone. Swanson in the left or the right corner. Now they'll work it around to the left side. Braylon Berry. Trying to find room to operate. Wallace on the right wing. Now it's back to Berry in the corner. Toss it across court to Jenkins, who will drive from the left side, try to get a bounce pass in, and too much traffic, but it's stolen away by Swanson, who pulls up from 3, no good. And they'll say that the ball hit off of the, not exactly a stanchion, I guess, or maybe you could call it that. But
would that be considered a pulley system?
And the ball's ruled out of bounds. In possession of Kaiser after the shot. Hitting the wiring above the basket. Here comes a quick trap, but too aggressive. Foul called on Jamari Jenkins.
And now that's the 5th team foul of the quarter, so.
Sends Spiker to the free throw line. He will sink the first to tie this one up at 7.
Both sides, though, here the past few minutes have gone pretty ice cold, field goals at least.
Jenkins goes to the bench. And second free throw from Spiker rattles around and in. Kaiser takes the lead, 8-7. Vay Gidney checks in. And he will take a three-pointer on the left wing. The pass from Berry. Rebounded by Mar Wallace for a second chance. And he will take a 3. No good again, but another offensive board. This time it's Gidney. He'll kick it out to Berry, who gives it right back. Now they get it inside to Parrish. Left block. Puts it off the glass and in.
Jefferson needed that one. another second chance opportunity or third chance opportunity at some points.
A ball nearly poked away and stolen by Barry, but Kaiser got it back. Here they come the other way. Pull up, jumper, no good from Dawson. Rebounded by Swanson. Jefferson pushing the pace. Braylon Berry up at the top. He'll pass it to the left wing for Gidney, who lost control a little bit, tried to pass it out, and is fouled by Spiker, who picks up his second.
Yeah, Spiker just didn't give him any space that time. And see, now I believe checking in for him will be Leighton Valentine.
First quarter also brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. Jefferson with the ball. Top of the key, it's Barry. 38 seconds left in the quarter. They trail by 1. Excuse me, they lead by 1. 30 seconds left. Barry, left wing. They'll get it top of the key. Now right wing for Wallace. Kick it to the right corner, who will now a cross-court pass from Gidney over to Barry, but a foul as he tries to drive in.
And Barry went to drive in the baseline and just got clipped.
First foul on McGreevy. But only the third team foul, so with 20.1 left in the quarter. It's an inbound. A three-pointer from the corner for Gidney, no good. Rebounded by Parrish. He'll kick it out to Wallace, who would drive inside through the zone. It's blocked by McGreevy. But Parrish hustles, gets it, takes a corner three, no good. And another offensive rebound for Kaiser. It's Barry puts up a no-good shot. Jefferson gets it back again, and they didn't realize that there was only 1 second left on the clock for the quarter. After one quarter, it's Jefferson 9, Kaiser 8. Closely contested through 8 minutes. Take a 1 minute break. We'll come back with the second quarter. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Tomorrow's success begins with today's preparation. Give your child a pathway to flourish and thrive with a well-rounded education. Enrollment is now open at the Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg. Visit tcca.life/information. Tomorrow's success begins with today's preparation. Give your child a pathway to flourish and thrive with a well-rounded education. Enrollment is now open at the Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg. Visit tcca.life/information.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How can I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm John Everson, Private Wealth Advisor with the Marius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
It's a 9-8 game. Jefferson leading Kaiser. The first of our doubleheader here in the Hedgesville Hardwood Classic. We'll have Idea versus Hedgesville following this one. Jefferson tries to get things going. Lost to Idea yesterday in a close one, 59-57. And they'll start the possession for the second quarter. Bay Gidney in the right corner. He's going to throw one in to Jamari Jenkins, who tries to knife his way through the paint, but steps on the baseline for a turnover.
It was an interesting first quarter with both teams being overall competitive, even though you feel like either could have pulled away if things went differently. As get a travel now with
Trey Dawson runs into his own man trying to navigate the full court pressure.
But back to my point being, you feel like for Jefferson, with how many offensive rebounds they had, they should be up by more, but at the same time they're not, because they still came away empty-handed to keep Kaiser in this one.
Yeah, Kaiser's trying to limit them to just taking threes and live with it so far. Been hard for Jefferson to find anything in the paint. And they'll work it around the outside right now. Swanson in the corner, kicks it out to the top of the key for Jenkins. Long three, too strong.
That's been the theme.
Yep, and Takeem Drake tried to get it back, but Ball pops out of bounds and goes to Kaiser.
I think they've only made one so far.
Yep. And a three-pointer to open the game on the first possession from Hakeem Drake. Since then, they've only gotten 6 points. And there's a travel from the full court pressure again, this time by Camden Owens.
But the offensive rebounding, the defense has been there still. It's just the shooting has been horrific so far for Jefferson.
They'll inbound it to Jamari Jenkins. Tayshawn Roper has it on the left wing. They'll go over to the right now with Jenkins. Titus Murray's checked in for the first time. They'll get it to Drake in the corner for three. No good. Titus Murray fights for the rebound. Another offensive rebound for Jefferson, but again, nothing doing with the possession as the ball is passed out of bounds through the hands of Roper.
Yeah, if there's one thing we still know about Jefferson, no matter what goes on, that's still going to be their bread and butter, is taking those threes and just waiting for them to fall.
The pressure causes another turnover, but then the pass right back into the hands of Kaiser from Titus Murray. Here come the Golden Tornado. Spinning through the lane. Here's Dawson working on the left wing. He'll pass it over to McGreevy. Now inside for Samples, who puts it up and in his first 2 points. Make it 10-9 Kaiser. Cameron Samples led the Golden Tornado in points yesterday against Hedgesville, only with 5. Here comes Jamari Jenkins driving in the lane, and one.
That's what you need Jenkins to start doing. Take over the game, attack these Kaiser defenders, and get your opportunities at the charity stripe. He's by far the most athletic guy, the most experienced guy out there for the Cougars right now.
21 points for him yesterday. He'll finish the three-point play to get himself up to 5 so far. Make it 12-10. Jefferson taking the lead back. 6:15 left in the first half. And this is going to be a foul on Jefferson.
Yeah, they're going to call reach on Drake, his second. Almost nearly thought it was going to be Jenkins' second. So he was pretty close there, too, defending the ball.
Cam Skedrick enters the game for Drake with his second foul. Working the ball around is Dawson. Get it to the left block. Ooh. Ball's thrown out of bounds, or it's nearly thrown out of bounds. Jalen Allen tries to save it by throwing it off of Leighton Valentine, who takes a nice shot from the ball.
Yeah, that's going to leave a mark.
It worked out. Jalen Allen able to get it to be last off of Kaiser, and will get a timeout from Kaiser. 30 seconds. We'll take the 30 seconds with them. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Second quarter brought to you in part by Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Field & Sons, a family-owned full-service funeral home proudly serving the area since 1880. Jefferson out of the timeout, leading by 2. 6 minutes left in the second quarter. 12-10, they lead. They'll work the ball around the outside against the 2-3 zone of the Golden Tornado. Roper on the left wing. They'll get it back to Jenkins up top. He tries to drive into the teeth of the defense, kicks it out. Three-pointer from Cam Skedrick. No good. Bounces up and rebounded by McGreevy. Here comes Kaiser. And as a rip through by Grayson Lamka gets into the body of Jalen Allen, Allen will get called for the foul.
Yeah, they're just playing overly aggressive. As a coach, you like the aggression, but at the same time, if you're getting too close, you got to allow that player some movement.
Kaiser tries to work the ball around. It's deflected out of bounds to the baseline. They'll bring it out from out of bounds there now. Ball gets into McGreevy. He'll kick it right to Samples, who drives inside and the block, but called for a foul. Again is Jefferson. Cam Skedrick gets his first.
Frustration probably starting to settle in maybe a little bit as well for Jefferson, just with the foul differential so far here.
So Cameron Samples at the free throw line, sinks his first. Makes it 12-11, just a 1-point deficit. 8 fouls already called in this game on Jefferson, just 3 against Kaiser. Second free throw from Samples, rims out. Jefferson gets the rebound, still with a 1-point lead. Jamari Jenkins with the ball up at the top of the key. Working the ball around the outside. Roper on the left wing. They'll get it into Jalen Allen, who dumps it off inside to Swanson. Shot no good. They fight for the rebound. Swanson's able to come up with it after a few tips. Now they'll work it on the outside again. Here comes Jenkins, driving kick to Skedrick. Up top, Jalen Allen, a long three. He sinks it. The big man, Jalen Allen, the three-pointer. Makes it 15-11. Full court pressure right afterwards from Jefferson. Golden Tornado able to get it into the front court. Corner three, no good, but looks like Leighton Valentine able to get his own rebound, put it back up and in. There's Camden Owens. 15-13, Jefferson. Three-pointer from Jenkins, no good. Rebounded by Swanson. Again, dominating the offensive glass is Jefferson. Here's a three from Skedrick, no good. And another offensive board. Jalen Allen pulls up long two. That one's no good. And flying in with a loose ball foul is Skedrick.
Ball's just continuing to find Jefferson. Opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. Just not always getting those second chance points.
4:04 left until halftime. Second quarter also brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at ParsonsFord.com. They became number one by making you number one first, Parsons. Kaiser gets the ball inbounds. Jefferson not as aggressive with the full court pressure this time, but they trap as soon as he come across the front court. Able to get out of it, though. Dawson drives into the lane against Jenkins, puts a shot up, and it's good. Trey Dawson finally gets his first points up on the board.
Yeah, good body control, good little hop step there to get your positioning to put it up, and a good deflection there as well defensively.
Stays with Jefferson, tied at 15 with 3:37 until the half.
That's what happens when you get a little bit of a lob pass. It allows that defender to just reach out and get a tip on it.
Jamari Jenkins drives in, tries to get through the zone, kick out to Wallace. He'll drive in, put up a left-handed shot, no good.
I think it might have been deflected as well, potentially.
It might have been. Cameron Samples able to get the rebound. Maybe he got a hand on it for a block. 3:15 left in the second quarter. Here comes Kaiser. Samples gets it inside to McGreevy, who will drive, and a charge after the pass to Grayson Lamka.
Yeah, good call there. I believe it was Barry able to get his feet set. And you got to remember here in high school basketball, there's no semicircle in the paint that you have to stay out of. You can just set those feet and take the charge, and that's exactly what he did.
Jalen Allen comes to the bench. Caden Ballard getting some run for the first time today for Jefferson. 3 minutes left in the quarter. Mark Wallace working, gets it over to Jenkins. Now right wing, it's Braylon Berry, no good. Saved by Swanson, but into the hands of McGreevy for Kaiser. And working his spiker, now gets the Lamka. Tossing over to the left block, finding an open man, no good on the shot from Samples, though. Here comes Jefferson after the rebound. Working fast. Mari Jenkins pulls up from the mid-range, gets a couple bounces off the rim, no good. Rebound from McGreevy, and he's hit as he tries to navigate through.
I think we got it over the back, yeah. So that's the 5th team foul again of the quarter.
Caden Ballard, his first.
And that's really what's keeping Kaiser in this game, at least one of the many things is just how many fouls Jefferson has had hasn't allowed them to really get a flow in this game so far in either quarter because of the stoppages, and Kaiser so far knocking down the free throws.
McGreevy makes the first, gets the bounce on the second. He leads the way with 6 points so far. So 6'4", 160 junior Braylon McGreevy. Three-pointer not taken by Jenkins as Jefferson still tries to work for the best shot possible. Gidney tries to get it through. It's deflected by Dawson. He gets the steal. Here comes Kaiser now leading by 2 with 2:08 until halftime. Drive over to Dawson. Puts up a floater from the right block for 2 points. Kaiser leads by 4.
Great job there by Dawson flashing in and calling for the ball.
Top of the key is Jenkins. Tries to move through the zone, and he goes into the body of McGreevy, who's called for the foul.
Yeah, McGreevy just at the very last second brought that arm down and chopped instead of staying straight up.
You just see how difficult the offense feels for Jefferson as Jenkins misses the first free throw.
Yeah, they're kind of trying to attack the basket a little bit more, but it's so tough, as I mentioned, with McGreevy in there. His wingspan and his stature just making it very tough for any creases to open up, to get a lane open to crash the basket.
Jenkins does make the second. 19-16, Kaiser leads. And another foul on Jefferson. Gidney will send the Golden Tornado back to the free throw line. I believe their 11th foul of the first half.
Believe so, yeah.
And nobody's gotten themselves into deep trouble with 3 fouls, but it's across the board. Almost everybody who's gotten into the game for Jefferson has committed a foul.
I was about to say, that's why there hasn't been
Dawson.
3, because when you get 2, you get taken out, and next man up does the same thing.
Dawson misses the first free throw. Yes, Skedrick and Drake and Tony Allen are the ones with 2. And you have 5 players with 1 foul for Jefferson. As Dawson makes the second as well. 20-16, Kaiser, 1:42 left in the second quarter. Mar Wallace, right wing three-pointer is sunk. 3 points for him, his first of the day. 20-19 now. Lamka kicks it left wing, three-pointer too strong, and rebounded, though, by Camden Owens after missing his own shot. Here comes Dawson trying to cut through and cross over the defense. His shot's too strong, though, rebounded by Jenkins, who gets it out to Swanson, who leaked out for the fast break layup to put Jefferson back in front.
Kaiser wanted to travel there, didn't he? Get it?
Yeah, it was close. And now the pressure gets to Kaiser. Steal by Mar Wallace. He gets the ball in for the layup. 2 points.
Jefferson leads by run.
Yep. Jefferson leads by 3.
Just like that. Jefferson's able to just flip a switch.
And another steal. And as he tries to bring the ball back up, the official's going to call Jamari Jenkins for a double dribble.
And that kind of just kills it right now. But what a turnaround here out of nowhere for Jefferson to have this 7-0 swing and now get another steal.
Vay Gidney intercepting the pass on the inbound, puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Jamari Jenkins, knocked out of his hands to Mar Wallace, who kicks it back out to Jenkins. Can't get the roll in the three-pointer, and Swanson can't corral the rebound. It goes out of bounds with 32.8 left in the half.
I feel like Kaiser right now probably should take a timeout, but are looking at the clock with only 32 seconds. Never mind. I won't get to my point because they do take the timeout.
And we'll take it with them for 30 seconds. It's West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. 7-0 run from Jefferson puts them back up on top just before halftime here, 23-20 in the Hedgesville Hardwood Classic. Jefferson versus Kaiser, game 1 of 2 of our doubleheader. Dylan Bishop and Colin McLaughlin with you for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Talia Tompkins behind the camera on TV 10. And Nick Verzolini back at the studio. So Kaiser wants the timeout right before the half. Make sure things don't get out of hand. A lot can happen in 32.8 seconds, especially with the full court pressure that Jefferson's been bringing a lot. And they'll continue with it. Barry, Wallace, Swanson, Gidney, and Parrish out there for Jefferson.
Yeah,
Oh, no, they back it off. They don't bring the full court.
Just doing the half-court trap.
Here's Lamka working the ball against Barry. Gets the handoff to Owens, and it's batted away and saved before it goes out of bounds by Wallace. Swanson dumps it off to Barry, who puts up a shot. It's fouled on the way up.
What
Camden
a
Owens,
job.
His first foul.
By Mar Wallace to go behind the back with that pass to save it. And just fortunately finding a man flying down the court to get that transition.
It's the second foul on Camden Owens. Braylon Barry sinks the first free throw.
I believe it was Swanson that caught the pass, right?
Mm-hmm.
His hustle's just been outstanding so far in this first half for Jefferson. He's been a huge difference.
13.3 left in the half. Barry makes the second free throw as well. It's 25-20, Jefferson. Roper will check in for Wallace with 13.3 left. See what Kaiser can do with the last possession. It'll be Trey Dawson. He'll get it over to Owens. Now Lamka. Oh, the pass is stolen by Gidney. He has a chance for 2 points before the half. Puts up the layup. No good. Tipped up and in by Braylon Barry right before the buzzer. It tipped off the hands of Swanson as he tried to get the rebound. Off his hands right into the hands of Barry, who before the buzzer puts it in. It's 27-20 Jefferson.
I believe they finished with an 11-0 run.
Yeah.
At least to end that quarter. Great job by the Cougars.
It was 20-16 Kaiser, and it'll be 27-20 Jefferson going into the half. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back with the halftime show. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
We are the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told you need a lawyer, but that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
Are you tired of all of the Black Friday commercials? So are we. At CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg, we have Orange Saturday with juicy deals all month long. Right now, lease a new 2024 Tacoma for only $229 a month for 39 months, or buy and get 3.99% financing. Or check out a new 2025 Camry and get 4.99% financing for 72 months. Visit us online at cmastoyotaofmartinsburg.com, where owners just care more.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Welcome into the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm halftime show. Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjustice.lawyers.com. It's 27-20. Jefferson leading Kaiser at the half. First game of our doubleheader that we'll have here today on day 2 of the Hedgesville Hardwood Classic. It'll be the home team, Hedgesville, and Idea Academy following things up at around 6 o'clock following the conclusion of this one, about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one. So the winners of yesterday's games will face each other after the losers of yesterday's games conclude right here. So, Colin, some more thoughts on the first half, that if you have any, that we haven't quite gotten to yet.
It was an interesting first half. Sloppy kind of once again like we saw from both sides yesterday, but more so for Kaiser. You were able to stay competitive and are still well within this game. Unfortunately, the way the last few minutes have gone, momentum right now is all on Jefferson's side, and if you're Jefferson, you're still not pleased with how that first half went, even though you're up by 7 and closed out on the quarter with a 11-0 run, I feel like, because of just how bad the shooting has been. The end of that quarter was mostly just free throws and transitions because the defense has still been fantastic to allow you to get some tips, some steals, and force Kaiser to kind of go panic mode there at the end to get control. So we'll see which team really turns it into that next year coming out of the locker room here in 6 minutes and can take over the game. But what we saw in the final few minutes from Jefferson was a huge difference than the majority of that first half.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a hard line for Jefferson to walk here, where clearly when they're in the half court, the zone defense from Kaiser is really giving them some struggles. So you kind of need to up the aggression, up the pressure to try to get those turnovers and get those transition points.
But at the same time,
exactly, all the fouls that have come from it turning into free throws for Kaiser. Like we mentioned it. We'll get into some first half stats brought to you by Floor Pools. Make every day better with a hot tub or swimming pool. Floor Pools has locations in Martinsburg, Chambersburg, and Hagerstown, including a new pop-up location in the Valley Mall. I'll start with the fouls. Ian Spiker and Braylon McGreevy for Kaiser, as well as Camden Owens, all do have 2 fouls on their side. Cameron Samples with a foul. And for Jefferson, 2 fouls on Drake, Skedrick, and Allen, and then 1 foul each on Ballard, Jalen Allen, Braylon Berry, Jamari Jenkins, and Vay Gidney. So the officials are calling it tight, so it's, like I said, a hard line to walk for Jefferson. But scoring for the statistics on this one in the first half, Kaiser leading the way is Braylon McGreevy with 6 points, and Trey Dawson with 5, Ian Spiker with 4, Cameron Samples with 3, Camden Owens with 2. On Jefferson's side, it is Jamari Jenkins, their leading scorer, just like yesterday's game. 6 points in the first half for him. Mar Wallace and Takeem Drake add in 5 each. Braylon Berry gets 4, 3 points from Jalen Allen, and then 2 each from Braden Swanson and Caden Parrish. So about 4 minutes left until the start of the second half, and you don't see on TV 10 here. Looks like Jefferson's players are being
kind of see it right now,
having to run sprints.
Yeah, interesting change here. They came out right with about 5-6 minutes on the clock. A few players started shooting around, and then as soon as Coach Van Meter came out, he immediately stopped the shoot around and sent them to the line, and they're going line to line, just sprinting here. So he's sending a clear message early on to his team about how they've been playing here this game to pick it up.
Well, he's a Kelly Church disciple, and this feels like a Kelly Church type of move on the old Hedgesville home court here. So we'll go ahead and take a 3-minute break and come back with the second half. This is West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Comes great possibilities. And at CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg, the possibilities are endless. Shop our amazing selection of new vehicles like the Ram 1500. And right now, save on new Jeeps like the Wrangler and Grand Cherokee models. Plus, every Jeep purchase comes with our Jeep Wave program. So wherever your possibilities take you, you'll be connected. Shop CMA's CDJR of Martinsburg today. Owners just care more.
Mayhem is everywhere.
I'm your new bangs, and you can't stop staring at me. That's it. Just tilt the rearview mirror over here. And while you're checking me out more times than a library book, your car is wandering into that lane over there. More bangs. Neat. And if you've got cut rate insurance, you could be paying for this yourself. So get Allstate.
Call Martinsburg Allstate agent Gary Kelly today at 304-263-4596.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
Getting ready to start the third quarter here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 of this Jefferson-Kaiser matchup in the Hedgesville Hardwood Classic. Third quarter brought to you in part by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-3361. Dylan Bishop and Colin McLaughlin with you on the call. Talia Tompkins behind the camera, Nick Verzolini back in the studio as Kaiser starts with the ball and starts with the turnover. Mar Wallace strips it away, and he'll drive and kick it out to the right corner for Jamari Jenkins. No good, but rebounded by Takeem Drake, and they continue to dominate the offensive boards. 5-out offense for Jefferson right now, working against the 2-3 zone. Jenkins in the middle, kicks out to Gidney. He'll throw it over right wing. Mar Wallace, three. Not enough on it. Rebounded by Lamka for Kaiser. Dawson tries to make his way through the defense, picks up his dribble, throws it inside to McGreevy, who tosses it over to Samples. Rebounded by Lamka, who puts it up and in.
I was about to say, I don't know if that was an alley-oop for another alley-oop or if it was just kind of an alley-oop tip that was airballed and rebounded, as you said.
27-22, first points for Grayson Lamka. Tay Roper on the left wing gets it over up top to Jenkins. Now the work to Wallace. Now the right corner, Gidney, who works it back out. He'll toss it around left wing now for Drake. Shot no good. Rebounded by Samples.
Jefferson's going 5 wide, wanting to try to break up that Kaiser zone, but everybody's staying tight and just allowing Jefferson to take 3 after 3, and continues to work out because they haven't knocked him down.
Yeah, Lamka got the ball in the left block, tried to pass it. It was turned over. Stolen by Jefferson. Here comes Jamari Jenkins. Layup, no good. Rebounded by Kaiser. And getting out is Spiker. Goes up and is fouled by Wallace. Went up high, blocked the shot, but we'll call him for the body contact.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was the body contact down below. Clearly got all ball with the arm and swatting it away, but still went too much up and made contact with the body, as you said.
First free throws made. Makes it 27-23. Spiker will shoot the second one and make it. So Jefferson now only leads by 3, 27-24. 6 points for Ian Spiker. Puts him tied for the team lead with McGreevy. 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Roper over to Jenkins, right wing, who will toss it to the left corner for Gidney. Now they'll work it back to the top. Jenkins has it. Get it over to Roper on the right side. Back to the right corner is Jenkins. Steps back now. He'll pass it around. Roper, then Gidney. Right wing, here's Jenkins again. He's going to drive inside this time. Puts it up, and it's good. Underhanded layup from Jamari Jenkins for another and one.
That's a tough one for Jenkins, and he gets it to fall. Great play by him, and as I said earlier, when he did the same thing, he needs to continue to do it. Just take over the game and be the difference for Jefferson.
He makes the free throw, makes it 30-24 Jefferson with 5.5 minutes left in the third. Here comes Dawson. He'll get it over to Spiker. Defense aggressive from Jefferson still. Picking up his dribble. Now he'll get it over to McGreevy. Top of the key. Spiker picks up his dribble again. Back to McGreevy now. He'll toss it right back. Spiker trying to work. Puts up a floater. No good. Tipped out of bounds. Off of Roper and then off of Lamka. And Spiker looks like he twisted his ankle along the way.
He went up, off-balance shot, and when he landed, I think, rolled that ankle, as you said.
Jamari Jenkins will bring the ball up. Working around to Drake, now up top for Gidney. Roper on the right side. Passing the ball around the zone. Jenkins gets it now, drives and kicks. Gidney for 3. He can't quite get the roll. Not able to corral the rebound is Tony Allen. Here comes Kaiser the other way. Dawson working against Allen. Puts up a shot. No good. Rebound tipped and into the hands of Gidney, who is trapped right by the baseline. And Coach Van Meter gets a timeout in before any sort of disaster happens.
Now Samples rolled his ankle on that possession for Kaiser as well.
Some tough breaks. We'll take the 30-second break with them. There's West Virginia High School basketball and talk radio WRNR and TV 10.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Third quarter, also brought to you in part by CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships. Proud to be the owners who just care more. After the timeout by Jefferson, they still lead 30-24, 4.5 minutes left in the quarter. Vagan brings the ball up.
Quick update, Sample stays in the game, so his rolled ankle not as serious as Spiker's.
Gidney up top to try to get it in the middle to Jenkins. Kick ball on Kaiser. Like Owens and Dawson both kind of kick their legs out there.
Yeah.
Ball will go to the baseline. And they'll get it in. Back up top. Roper, right corner. Jamari Jenkins comes off a screen. Takes a 3, too strong. And out of bounds. Last tipped by Jefferson.
Just been still a tough night with a 3-point ball for Jefferson. You know they can make them, so they still have it within them at some point in this season, but so far today.
Full court pressure back from Jefferson. Tipped by Jenkins. Goes into the hands of Gidney. He'll get it back to Jenkins, who will get the 2 points for his troubles after getting the deflection. And again, another turnover caused by the pressure. And Jefferson gives it right back, though. And again, the ball is popped around. Ball on the floor everywhere. Jump ball, it looks like. The team is giving it back and forth. We saw a lot of that yesterday.
Everybody just diving everywhere.
32-24. Jefferson leads. 3:43 left in the third quarter.
I think Dawson might have taken a hard blow there while diving on the ground, had somebody land on top of him, so he's taking a seat on the far side of the Kaiser bench as well.
Notable for Kaiser, that last foul on them was on McGreevy, and it was his third. He's on the bench now. Working the ball around the outside. Right wing 3 from Roper, no good, but it goes out to Gidney, who tosses it to Jenkins. Floater too soft. Rebounded by Owens. Here comes Kaiser. Lamka almost took the jumper. passes it. Stolen away by Jenkins. Here he comes on the fast break. He puts it in. Jefferson's lead grows to 10 points, largest of the day. And dribbling it off the foot of a defender is Leighton Valentine, and it's another turnover for the Golden Tornado. Jamari Jenkins, pull up three, heat check, can't get it, left side of the rim. Rebounded by Owens, here comes Lamka. He'll dump it off, and now back outside. He gets it back after a couple passes, the hockey assist almost to himself in the end. Grayson Lamka with 2 points.
But this is still Jefferson style, Jefferson's tempo right now, which is why they're in control of this game, making Kaiser just go too quickly, forcing unnecessary turnovers.
34-26. Here's a three-pointer from Vay Gidney. Not strong enough, but it bounces again out to Jefferson. Feels like they have about 100 offensive rebounds as the ball has gotten in to Caden Parrish for 2 points.
Which means it feels like they have 100 missed three-pointers.
Right. 36-26. 2:07 left in the third quarter. Grayson Lamka working up at the top of the key. Dumps it inside to Valentine. Mismatch against the smaller Jenkins, but he misses the layup. Rebounded by Parrish. Get the ball over to Jenkins. He tries to get into the teeth of the defense, and he will draw a foul. Jefferson working a lot faster on offense this quarter, trying to not let Kaiser get that zone set up whenever they can.
Samples just came down with the arm chop and got contact with the forearm on the layup of Jenkins.
It's only been one foul on Kaiser in this quarter, or on Jefferson in this quarter.
Yeah, that's been a huge difference as well.
Yep, first free throw made by Jenkins.
I think that message that Coach Van Meter sent to him by making him run has definitely been sent.
Some subs get in for Jefferson. Looks like Malachi Grantham getting his first run of the game. Second free throw also in for Jamari Jenkins. He got 9 points in just this third quarter. Give him 15 on the game. 38-26. 1:47 left in the third. Here comes Kaiser. Get it up to Leighton Valentine on the left wing. Guarded closely by Drake. He'll get it over to Samples. Trying to drive inside of the free throw line. Dumps it off to Dawson. He'll try to knife his way through, but dumps it back out to Samples. Working back around. Dawson at the top of the key. McGreevy's back in for Kaiser. He sets a screen. Dawson picks up his dribble, gets it to McGreevy. He'll work it around over to Spiker on the left wing. And he'll bring it back out as he tries to dribble his way past Braylon Berry. Dawson now, right side, baseline, dumps it off. Spiker, no good. And it's rebounded and pushed out on the break. Braylon Berry, an easy 2 points. Jefferson making it a point to get out and run in this third quarter, has extended their lead out to 14. Inside to McGreevy, and the pass is nearly stolen away by Drake. He couldn't quite get a handle on it. He got in front of the pass, but just couldn't quite keep it in bounds. 48 seconds left in the quarter. Inbound to Dawson. Spins, puts one up off the glass and in. Trey Dawson makes it 40-28. Jefferson walks the ball up the court with Drake. 34 seconds left in the quarter. See if they try to go for the last shot.
I think they will.
They'll dump it off to Berry at the top of the key as Van Meter directs traffic from the sideline. 18 seconds left. Dawson almost came up to guard him, but coach told him to back off. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Here comes Takeem Drake. Berry, top of the key. 3-point. Now they'll get it over to the Roper. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Puts up a shot, no good. The put-back attempt, no good by Drake. And the buzzer sounds. It's 40-28 Jefferson after 3 quarters. Open up themselves a big lead in that quarter. We'll take a 60-second break and be back for the final 8 minutes. This is West Virginia High School Basketball and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
This is Cody with Cody's Auto Body. The stories are on the way. Reliving glory days, the injury that prevented stardom, or the inevitable, I even could have made that play. With football season comes a lot of delusion of greatness. Well, no one believes you would have made it in the big leagues. Let's at least make them think you're a good driver. Bring that vehicle to me and I will make it the pride of the parking lot at every game. I'm Cody with Cody's Auto Body, the MVP of your season. That's Cody's with a T for trust.
WVU Medicine Gastroenterology in Martinsburg recently welcomed 2 new physicians, expanding advanced gastroenterology services in the Eastern Panhandle. Dr. Vishal Gupta and Dr. Yusuf Hadi joined WVU Medicine Gastroenterology at the clinic's new location in Medical Office Building Number 3 on the Berkeley Medical Center campus. Dr. Gupta and Dr. Hadi are accepting new patients. Call 304-596-6893 to schedule an appointment or for more information.
Back for the fourth quarter in the Hedgesville Hardwood Classic, Jefferson versus Kaiser. And the inbounds will start with a foul against Takeem Drake.
And now they've tied their amount of fouls in the third quarter.
Yeah. They were able to avoid foul trouble, but just like that, it's 3 fouls on Takeem Drake. He'll check out, and Jamari Jenkins will come in. Spiker trying to get the inbounds in for Kaiser. Big pass, it's tipped around and stolen by Malachi Grantham. Into the hands of Jenkins now, and they'll set up the offense up top. Roper over to Jenkins on the left wing. They'll toss it wing to wing to Barry. Now get it inside to Grantham, who tries to kick it out, but it's into the hands of Dawson for Kaiser. And the ball ends up on the ground, stolen away by Tay Roper. Jamari Jenkins gets it, puts the ball up. No good on the shot, rebounded by McGreevy. Kaiser gets the ball back. Kaiser trying to push the pace, and the ball is poked away out of bounds by Barry.
They need to slow it down. They are just playing way too out of sorts and not like themselves like the first half you saw. You've only scored 8 points so far here in the second half. You got players running into each other right now as well. Just got to slow it down and play your game to fight back.
Lamka will inbound it into Samples, but he loses the handle on it, but it goes into the hands of McGreevy, who gets it to Spiker. 3-pointer no good. Rebound by Lamka, and he's fouled. Loose ball foul on Malachi Grantham, his first. Lamka will inbound, gets it into Spiker. Picks up his dribble. Now he'll get it over to Lamka, who has to pick up his dribble as well. Trying to get some offense going is Kaiser. They get it in the hands of Dawson finally. Now he'll get it inside, try to get it into Samples, but he's going to be fouled in the back by Parrish. So foul trouble issues for Jefferson. Popping back up here in the fourth quarter. Already 3 team fouls, 1 minute and 2 seconds in. Inbound, try to get it to Samples, who stumbled but still got the handle on it, puts it up for 2 points.
Set pieces have been really good off the inbounds for Kaiser today.
40-30. 6:45 left. Roper on the right wing. They'll get it to Jenkins off the foot of a Kaiser defender, but they get it back. Braylon Berry now on the left wing. He'll toss it across to the right wing for Tay Roper for 3, and it's short. Rebounded by Lamka. Kaiser works the other way. Pressure comes, and another foul. I believe on Grantham. Now they're going to get Roper for this one, his first.
Still, it's the 4th team foul. Get 1 more. Kaiser shooting free throws the rest of the way, and they have a chance to stay in it.
12 different players have committed a foul for Jefferson, and I believe 14 have gotten into the game. Kaiser with the ball. Spiker gets it to Dawson. He'll set up. Jefferson extending this defense well past the 3-point line. Jamari Jenkins guarding almost at half court. Trade Dawson. Kick out to Spiker. 3-pointer left wing. Short. Lamka gets the rebound, though. Puts the ball on the court. And is another foul. It's taken exactly 2 minutes in the fourth quarter for Kaiser to enter the bonus.
Crazy.
I'm going to say that one was on Caden Ballard, who had just checked into the game. Grayson Lamka, the lefty, switches the free throw. All 5 of his points have come in the second half. It's now 40-31. Kaiser cutting into this a little bit. And the second one also goes through. 40-32, 6 minutes to go. Gidney brings the ball up. Switching courts over to Jenkins. And the ball ends up on the ground. Still stays with Jefferson, though. Jenkins swings it across. They get it in. Drake inside to Parrish, blocked by McGreevy. Here comes Kaiser. Lamka pushing it over to Valentine, who's called for travel. Caught the ball and took 2 steps and just kind of tried to stay there with it. But correct call. 40-32, 5.5 minutes left. No team fouls on Kaiser in the quarter yet. And they'll be in the bonus on the other side anytime Jefferson commits a foul. Jamari Jenkins has it in the left corner. He'll get it inside to Keem Drake, who puts up a floater. Tries to get it over to McGreevy. No good. Ball tips around. Out of bounds. Sticks with Jefferson.
I thought Drake touched that last. Kaiser ever not appealing it, so hard to tell from our angle as well.
Gidney gets it, drives in, floater in the middle is good.
It's his first timeout now.
First 2 points of the game for Vay Gidney.
Jefferson taking it.
Yep, Jefferson goes up by 7. They'll take the timeout with 5:05 left. 40-32. We'll take a 30-second break and be back the rest of the fourth quarter here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
42-32 Jefferson in the fourth quarter. Dylan Bishop and Colin McLaughlin with you on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Talia Tompkins behind the camera. Nick Verzolini back in the studio. Jefferson tries to close out this fourth quarter, put their record up to 1-1 for their 2 games here in the Hedgesville Hardwood Classic. This game will be followed up by Idea versus Hedgesville. 2 winners of yesterday's 2 games. Trey Dawson pass stolen by Vay Gidney. He'll go on the break the other way, and he's blocked from behind by Grayson Lamka. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Jefferson.
Kaiser calling a timeout now.
Yeah, quick timeouts back-to-back. Didn't like that offensive possession. Did Coach Fury. And it's a full timeout. We'll take another 30-second break. Back with more West Virginia High School basketball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Mommy, where does flavor come from?
Well, when people love food, they cook it on a Traeger grill. Meat, corn, even pie. And then the Traeger does the rest, which brings everyone to celebrate this beautiful thing that they've created. Because when you share delicious food with your friends, that's the flavor of life.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Quick timeout from Kaiser following the last one. Still 42-32. Fourth quarter on TV 10, brought to you by the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, representing accident and injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com. And Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg or online at Orsini's.com. Jefferson with possession, 4:56 left in the game. They lead by 10. Looks like Braylon Berry will inbound to Keem Drake, who takes a corner three, too strong. And the rebound goes to Kaiser. Spiker working the ball up the court. Guarded closely, gets it to Greavy, who dumps it off to Lamka. And ripping at the ball is Jamari Jenkins. And the ball's last touched by Lamka. It's a turnover.
Yeah, I know they've been drawing a lot of fouls, but that time, nothing there. Great job by Jenkins to force the turnover on Lamka.
Jenkins, top of the key. Right wing over to Berry. He'll get it back to Jenkins as Kaiser extends the 2-3 zone. 4:22 left in the game. Jefferson taking their time. Gidney with it on the left side. Now get over to Berry on the right. Back to Jenkins, who's over on the right wing now. We'll work it across to the left side. The wing, then the corner to Berry. Kick out to Jenkins, who drives, loses the handle on it, and turns it over. Here comes Kaiser on the break. Spiker, Euro step, puts it up. Can't quite get it in. McGreevy with the offensive rebound, and he'll put it in.
Quickly.
3:50 left. Jefferson goes the other way, and a huge rejection by Braylon McGreevy.
Great job by McGreevy as well to kind of just motion his body while going up for the rejection to make sure it didn't make contact with Berry to draw the foul.
3:48 left in the game. Jefferson inbounds. Corner three. Braylon Berry knocks it down. And Coach Van Meter immediately wants a timeout. We'll keep it here. 30-second timeout as Jefferson makes it 45-34. Braylon Berry having himself a nice game now, up to 9 points.
Yeah, he's stepping up here with a lot of his teammates kind of in foul trouble. It's just been a play-by-committee type deal for Jefferson. So, great job by him, even after getting the shot blocked, to get it after the inbound and knock down that corner three to put your team up by 11, which I believe might be the largest lead of the afternoon for Jefferson now.
They got it up to 14
okay.
in the third quarter. 40-26, I believe it was at the time. Trey Dawson brings it up for Kaiser. 3:35 left in the game. Work it over. Pass stolen again by Vay Gidney, who will pull it out instead of trying to go on the fast break. Slowing things down is Jefferson now with an 11-point lead and just over 3 minutes to go. Gidney has the ball up top. He'll get it over to Roper. Sees a screen from Parrish, gets it over to Jenkins, still up top. He'll drive it into the 2-point range now. He'll take a jumper, no good. Rebounded by Dawson, but he loses the handle of it, and it goes back out to Jefferson. And here's a pass inside. Berry misses the shot. Parrish with another offensive board for the Cougars. 2:55 left. Jenkins working up top now. Guarded closely by Spiker, and he's fouled.
And that's probably the type of game we're going to see the rest of the way if Kaiser wants to stay in this. So that's only the first team foul for Kaiser, and time not on your side. You got to start fouling quickly if you want to play that way and feel like you have a chance of Jefferson missing free throws to get back in it.
And Jamari Jenkins gets the inbound. He'll drive past Lamka, drive and kick outside, and nothing doing, so they'll back it back out. Jenkins working against Lamka again. Drives, kicks to Grantham. He's going to put up a shot, no good, get his own rebound, and all is pulled away by Dawson. They're going to call it a jump ball with exactly 2.5 minutes left.
Timeout, Kaiser.
Yep, Coach Fury calls another timeout down by 11. We'll take the 30-second break with them. This is West Virginia High School Basketball and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Order number N58.
It's not rocket science. Get a 12-piece chicken for $12 at happy hour from 5 to 7 p.m. with the ROX app. It's not rocket science. Get a 12-piece chicken for $12 at happy hour from 5 to 7 p.m. with the Rocks app.
Out of the timeout, Jefferson with the 11-point lead with 2.5 minutes left. Cougars will inbound from the baseline. In the Grantham. The ball is stripped away by McGreevy. Here comes Kaiser on the break. Up the Samples. On the pass from Dawson for 2 points.
You need to press if you're Kaiser trying to get back in this.
2:15 left. They trail by 9. Here comes Jamari Jenkins quickly the other way. Misses a layup.
Another offensive rebound, though.
Yep, rebounded by Grantham. And another jump ball forced by Kaiser. This time they have the possession arrow. And they'll get it into Dawson. Samples gets it over to Lamka, who loses the handle on it. Jamari Jenkins with the steal, and he's fouled.
Close to maybe being an intentional foul there.
Yeah.
Took away a clear shot and opportunity at a easy basket. Surprised that there was nothing there.
Foul was on Dawson, his first.
Or nothing more there, I guess I should say.
2 minutes to go. Jefferson's up by 9. Here comes Jenkins inside, driving, now backing it out. Gets over to Braylon Berry, top of the key, and another foul from Kaiser. 4 fouls on Ian Spiker now. 1:51 left. Lambda checks out for Kaiser. Here comes Braylon Berry after getting the inbound. 1:45 to go. Berry working against Spiker, driving in, and is fouled as he drove in the lane.
And he's out.
5 fouls on Ian Spiker, yeah.
So still one more foul away from the bonus.
Mm-hmm. Inbound from Berry inside to Malachi Grantham, who puts up his first 2 points. Jefferson lead back up to 11.
You can tell Kaiser's tired out on that floor as well right now.
Trey Dawson works up, loses the handle. Grantham diving on the floor for the ball. Gets the turnover. 1:20 left. Jefferson's up by 11. See if Kaiser decides to extend this one. Doesn't look like they are. Jamari Jenkins with the ball. Has it poked away by Dawson out of bounds.
Good job there by Dawson.
1:08 to go. 47-36. Jefferson leads.
However, it looks like Dawson frustrated or something as he comes out of the game now.
Yeah, just frustration of the loss, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. You can tell he's definitely emotional about something.
They'll inbound it to Jenkins. Bring the ball up, and he is fouled by Lamka. It's 2 fouls against Lamka. It'll be Jamari Jenkins who goes to the free throw line, leading all scorers with 15 points, just like he led yesterday with all scorers in Jefferson's loss. He'll sink the first. Get himself 10 points in the second half. 48-36. (49-36) after he makes his second free throw. Under a minute left now. Leighton Valentine drives and gets 2 points over Grantham. Coming up the court is Braylon Berry, quickly working and gets a layup on the other end.
Kaiser was trying to foul there and wasn't getting it called.
They just didn't let it happen. 39 seconds left. The lead back up to 13 for Jefferson, 51-38. Samples gets the ball, dumps it off to Leighton Valentine. Ball bobbled, ends up into the hands of Gidney.
Timeout, Jefferson. If they gave it to him, no?
It looks like it. Well, we'll see. 27.1 left. They might have just called the jump ball that went to Jefferson. Yep. 27 seconds left. Jenkins gets the inbound. Guarded full court by Lamka. He'll get it across. 18 seconds left. Jenkins just dribbling around the outside. Now he'll drive in and back out, weaving around, running the clock out. Down to 7 seconds and counting. Jefferson will get the win, 51-38 over Kaiser here in the Hedgesville Hardwood Classic. And I think we can just jump into a quick post-game show for this one. Brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg with a full lunch and dinner menu with daily specials and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Collins, your thoughts on that one?
Message was clearly sent after that first half performance by Jefferson from Coach Kyle Van Meter. During halftime, you saw him come out, start shoot around, but as soon as Coach Van Meter came out, he sent him on the line to start doing wind sprints, and I think that message worked out well. They definitely were the better team in the second half. Still have some things to clean up, but win's a win, and you can move forward now. Still in the early part of the season, sitting at 2-1, and hopefully improve down the stretch. So, good job by Jefferson getting the win today, even though it might not be the prettiest one you'll have all season. It's still a win.
We'll jump into our post-game stats brought to you by the personal injury attorneys Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Visit burkeandschultz.com. We play hardball for Kaiser. Their leading scorer on the day was Braylon McGreevy with 8 points. Had 6 of those in the first half. Then Cameron Samples and Trey Dawson were able to get themselves up to 7 points apiece. Ian Spiker with 6 points, as well as Grayson Lamka. And 2 each from Camden Owens and Leighton Valentine. For Jefferson, they get the win, and they're led once again by Jamari Jenkins with 17 points. Braylon Berry comes in with 11 points to be the second leading scorer for the Cougars. 5 points each for Mar Wallace and Takeem Drake. 2 points for Vay Gidney, 2 each from Caden Parrish and Malachi Grantham, and Braden Swanson, 3 points for Jalen Allen in the 51-38 win for Jefferson. And Colin will get the player of the game to wrap things up here, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere.
Got to go with Jenkins. 17 points, as you said, to lead the way once again for Jefferson. So give him player of the game. He stepped it up and took control of that team to lead them to another win.
All right, and with that, we'll take a break here of about 5 minutes or so. Let everything get switched over. We start a new stream for the Idea and Hedgesville game. We'll get things set up with an interview with Coach Church, and we'll have the second half of our doubleheader here. This has been West Virginia High School basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV. Stay tuned for Idea versus Hedgesville.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Orsini's Home Store, Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Cody's Auto Body, The Palace Lounge, CMA Honda, the Berkeley County Health Department, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Home and Cremations, Hagerstown Ford, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, W. Harley Miller Systems, Smallwood and Small Insurance Agency, CMA Chrysler Dodge, WVU East, the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, RAI Properties, Parsons Ford, Rocks, Gary Kelly Allstate, and Panhandle Dumpsters.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.